My name is Alan Matei, and I'll be focusing on foreign wars.
I'm Kendall Batchelor with sports.
Rodney Marquise, pop culture, technology.
I'm Beef Wellington, and I'm talking about domestic issues.
I'm Connor Champion. I'll be covering domestic issues.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall Batchelor,
And I'm Rodney Marquise.
and tonight we will be telling you all about the glorious decade of the 90s.
Hello, my name is Alan Matei, and I'll be talking about the foreign affairs. First, we start off in Berlin, Germany. On November 3rd, 1989, Eastern Germany opened their borders because of the miscommunication that led the citizens to swarm to the wall and be let out because they outnumbered all the guards. And this coming, the Berlin Wall came down. The fall of the Berlin Wall, the shredding of the Iron Curtain, and the end of the Cold War. After World War II, the United States and Soviet Union were the world's strongest nations, and they were called superpowers. They had different ideas about economics and government. They fought a war of ideas called the Cold War. During 1989 and 1990, the Berlin Wall came down, borders opened, and free elections ousted communist regimes. Everywhere in Eastern Europe, in the late 1991, and Soviet Union itself dissolved into its component republics. With stunning speed, the Iron Curtain was lifted, and the Cold War came to an end. That's all, folks.
Hello, I'm Rodney Marquise. Right now I'm going to be covering the East Coast versus West Coast rap/hip-hop rivalry. Now, this started between Bad Boy Records and Death Row Records back in the 90s. It's the first thing that really started this was the rap game was all moved out west, and so the East, which was where it originated, no longer had control over it. But then in 1994, when the notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Smalls even, released his album Ready to Die, which sparked the rap game back up in the East. So basically, this led to Biggie from the East and Tupac Shakur, who was from the West. Both of them ended up getting shot and killed. Tupac got shot 5 times, and he died on September 13th, 1996, and Biggie died March 9th, 1997.
In 1998, it came to light that Bill Clinton had been in a relationship with Monica Lewinsky. After he lied about it while under oath, he was impeached for perjury, but he was never taken out of office.
Good morning, everyone. We're only a few days into the year 2000, and while all is calm in the world of sports right now, let's take this time to look back on the whirlwind of sports scandals that happened in the past decade. We are all very familiar with the scandal regarding O.J. Simpson and the murder of his wife. Although the scandal with O.J. Simpson had nothing to do with sports, the trial of this star athlete swept the sports world off of its feet. On the night of June 12, 1994, a man broke into the home of Nicole Brown Simpson and brutally murdered her and one of her acquaintances. Although O.J. had a rock-solid alibi, the police wanted a warrant for his arrest. O.J. didn't turn himself in at the agreed time, and during the late afternoon of June 17th, the most famous police chase of the 90s took place. Many months later, the trial against O.J. began. The prosecution made many rookie mistakes during the trial, but nonetheless it was 133 days later when O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of the murder of his wife. The scandal between Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan was one that rocked the skating community. In 1994, the two rivals were to compete at the World Championship for figure skating. Shortly before the competition, Kerrigan was attacked on January 9th. Kerrigan was hit in her right knee, which disabled her from competing in the competition. It was later revealed that the attacker was hired by Harding's ex-husband. Luckily, karma came quick for Harding. Kerrigan healed just in time to win a silver medal at the 1994 Winter Olympics. Harding placed 8th, a victory for sports fans everywhere.
On April 29th through May 4th of 1992 in South Los Angeles, the LA riots occurred. They started because the jury acquitted 4 police officers of the beating of Rodney King and the use of excessive force by police officers. And almost 2,000 people were injured, 11,000 arrested, And it was during a 6-period of looting, assault, arson, and killings, following the acquittal of 4 officers of the use of excessive force in the videotaped arrest and beating of Rodney King. It started in South LA, causing $1 billion of damage. Also resulted in the California Army National Guard, the 7th Infantry Division, and the 1st Marine Division to show up. In total, 58 people were killed, 2,000 injured, 11,000 were arrested, and the Los Angeles Police Department Chief Daryl Gates resigned before the riots even started. On April 20th of 1999, the Columbine High School shooting occurred. It was at Columbine High School in Columbine, Colorado. It was carried out by senior students Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. They killed 15, including themselves, injured 24, with 21 by gunfire. They had a complex and highly planned attack that involved a firebomb to divert firefighters, propane tanks converted to bombs in the lunchroom, and 99 explosives and car bombs before the shootings even started. Their exact motives are unclear, although the perpetrators had kept journals that stated they wanted it to rival the Oklahoma City bombings and to be an internationally known terrorist attack.
Hello, I'm Rodney Marquise, and this is Technologically Technology. In 1989, Sir Tim Berners-Lee of CERN developed a system called the World Wide Web. And even though this is not the 90s, it did not come about until the 1990s, where they developed the hypertext, with the abbreviation being HTML, where they were able to share documents and web pages, allowing for exchange of ideas and experimental results. The web, as it became known by the people, brought the first host systems, web servers, and the first client applications. This is Rodney Marquise signing out.